Good morning, one and all. My name is Professor Amol M. Jagtap from CSC department. Today, in this session, we will going to learn how to install Android Studio on your machine. Okay, so for set up Android environment for app development, what are the necessary things? We can do Android application development on either of following operating systems. First one is the Microsoft's Windows XP or later versions, then Mac OS 10.5.8 or later versions with Intel chip. Third type of operating system, that is Linux, including GNU C library 2.7 or later. All the required tools to develop Android applications are freely available and can be downloaded from the official websites. Great. So required setups are freely available. Mostly open source softwares are there, and download that from their official website. We will see that in the next part. Following is the list of softwares you will need before you start your Android application development. So first one is required Java's JDK, that is Java Development Kit 7 or later versions, and Android Studio. Great. Hope you understand what are the softwares required. So JDK and Android Studio, because mostly we prefer Android development for Java language for Android application development instead of Kotlin. So that's why we required JDK, as well as JDK is required for another purpose is that, so we will discuss that purpose later on. So how to set up Java's development kit, that is JDK. First, Android SDK works on Java's SE, that is Standard Edition version. Development Kit, that is JDK, stands for Java's Software Edition Development Kit is there, and SDK is Standard Development Kit for Android. Great. So first your system must have JDK installed prior to install the Android SDK, because Android SDK works on Java's JDK. Hope you understand. That means Android SDK, at the time of the architecture of Android, we will see that Android SDK, that is libraries, are using Java's, which requires Java's JDK. Great. So next, you can download the latest version of Java JDK from the Oracle's sites. Once you have installed JDK, you will also have to set path and Java home variables. Usually this is done automatically by the system, but if it is not done, then configure it through the environment variable tab. We will see that part, how we can configure path and Java's home variable for JDK. Great. So first go to the website, then type here Java download. So choose Java download from it, then go to Java's official website, that is Java SE, that is Standard Edition, download from Oracle Technology Networks. So this is www.oracle.com then Java. So open this into new tab. After opening Java's download, we will see Java software, Java standard edition downloads, that is Java's platform. So here is the Oracle JDK. You can download JDK from this link. When you click on JDK download, then next page will get open. After that, which is the version of current version available? Java's standard edition development kits 14th version is currently available on this site. So go to the which platform you want to download Java JDK version. So there are different platform, Mac OS, Linux OS, or for Windows OS. So if I want it for the Windows 64-bit installer, so go to this link and click on the link. So when you click on this link, then it shows you that I reviewed and accept the Oracle Technology Network License Agreement for Oracle Java's Standard Edition, and then click on the download. When you click on that download, JDK 14.0.2 for Windows 64-bit bin.exe is downloaded into your downloads tab. Great. So after downloading Java setup, just go to the download path and click on the setup. Then it gets installed step by step using next tab, and automatically in 2-3 steps it will install on your machine. When it install on your machine, you just go and check where it is present. So on my machine it is on C drive. In program files, it will create Java's folder. Inside Java's folder, there is a JDK 13.0.1 version is available. Click on that. Then there are different folders. In that, bin is a folder where actually Java's interpreter and Java's compiler, Java's doc tools are available. So let's check where it is available. Okay, so this is Java. It is nothing but Java's interpreter. Java C, that is nothing but Java's compiler. Java doc, Java H, Java JDB. These are all the tools available in Java's JDK bin folder. So this is actually, it is a toolkit. All tools are available in the Java's bin folder. So bin folder is called as Java's toolkit folder. Great. So whenever we want to set path of Java's, so what we have to do, just we have to copy this path and paste into where we want to paste. Then so we want to paste into my PC. Right click on the my PC, then click on the property tab. It gives you advanced system settings. So click on the advanced system setting. In that advanced system setting, there is an environment variables. There are two types of environment variables. One is the user variables as per the users. For DS user, this is one user in my computer, so as per user there is a user variables are present, or system variables which is common to all users. So you can either create the environment variable path in user variable or systems variable. Great. So here I have already created path variable, so edit it. In this there is a C program file Java JDK 13/bin, that is path is available. So you have, after installing JDK on your machine, you have to copy the path of your bin folder here in the environment variable. Great. So if you want to delete it, you can delete simply from here. Okay, and if you want to copy, okay, so if you want to edit, then edit or create the new, so use new and paste the path here. So C program file Java JDK 13/bin and click on OK button. So it creates your Java's path on system variable. So path is a path variable. After that, we want to create Java's home variable. So create new. So what is the Java? That is on everything is in the caps form, capital letter, then Java home. Okay, this is the name of the variable and you have to give the variable value. So what is the variable value? That is the path till JDK. Okay, great. So in the C program files folder, there is Java folder. Inside Java, click on JDK. Till this is the Java's home folder. So click, copy this path and simply paste into Java's home variable. So just paste it and click on OK. So that is Java's home variable is available and it is using every user. So either you can create here for device user as a Java home or you can create into system variables. No problem. Great. Guys, hope you understand how to set path and Java's home variable in environment variable window. Great. So click on the OK. So now your JDK is installed on your machine as well as you have to set Java's path and Java's home variables. Great. Next thing, Android SDK. So what is Android SDK? Android SDK is Android Standard Software Development Kit. So Android Software Development Kit contains what? It contains libraries, debugger and emulator, documentation, sample codes and tutorials for each API level of the released version of Android. So this is the most important part. This is the Android's library. Okay. So SDK stands for Software Development Kit. Contains everything, that is libraries, debuggers, not only library, it is a debugger also present, emulator is also present, documentation, sample codes and tutorials. Okay, depending on API levels. Great. So before the release of Android Studio, Android SDK was standalone part of the Android application development tools. That means that Android SDK, we can configure as a plugin to number of different IDEs. Main IDE is Eclipse. Previously, we can add Android SDK as a plugin through the Eclipse IDE and we can develop our Android apps. Great. So after that, but nowadays Android SDK is not available as a standalone part, but it is available as a part of Android Studio. Google made Android SDK as a part of Android Studio itself, which is the official IDE for Android development. Great. So now which is one is the official IDE for development Android application? That is Android Studio. Now it works based on the IntelliJ IDE. We will see that. You can download the latest version of Android Studio from Android Studio's official website depending on your platform, that is which operating system and which bits, 32-bit system your machine is supported or 64-bit. Just you can right click on your My Compute properties. Okay, here we see 64-bit operating system. Great. So if it is 64-bit, then you can download 64-bit version for Windows 10 Android Studio. Okay, so great. So after that, we will see how we can download Android Studio from its official website. So go to the Google. On the Google, write Android Studio, download, then go to its official website, that is developer.android.com. This is the Android's official website where is develop Android Studio is present. So open it into new tab. After opening into the news tab, you will see Android Studio, and in the Android Studio, download Android Studio, which is of version 4.0.1 for Windows 64-bit, and what is the size? 871 MB. Great. So this is the latest version available for my Windows system 64-bit. Great. Okay, if you want to go for another, then there are the download options are available. From download Studio, from this different Windows, Mac OS, Linux OS or Chrome OS, we can download the Android packages as per the requirement. Great. So from this official site we have to download our Android setup. So there are some system requirements for the Android Studio. Okay, so what is the system requirement for the Windows? Microsoft Windows 7, 8, 10, 64-bit is supported for the Android Studio. What is the minimum RAM required? 4 GB minimum RAM required, but recommended is 8 GB RAM. 2 GB of available disk space minimum. 4 GB recommended, which is 500 MB for IDE, 1.5 GB for Android SDK and emulator system image. So it require minimum 2 GB for this, 4 GB for whole. So minimum 4 GB, but recommended is 8 GB RAM. So your Android applications are run on the emulator very easily, and also screen resolution, that is 1280 into 800 minimum screen resolution is required. So this is the system requirement for Windows setup Android. Similarly, Mac, Linux and Chrome OS minimum requirement is there. Great. I hope you understand where is the official website and from where we have to download Android Studio. Once Android Studio is downloaded, what we have to do. Okay, so let's see step one by one. So how to download and install Android Studio on Windows 10? So first we can download it from its official website. Great. Official integrated development environment. What IDE? IDE stands for integrated development environment. That is, everything is available in that IDE. IDE is not an editor, it is a integrated development environment. So run options, debugging options and every other options are available in IDE. Great. Then Android apps, Android which is support. Okay, Java was replaced by Kotlin on 7 May 2019 as a preferred language for developing Android apps. Great. But we have till used Java as being used for developing apps, because we have familiar with Java language, so we can develop Android apps using Java language. But official language for developing app is now Kotlin. Great. So what are the features of Android Studio? So Gradle based build support. UI components can be created by drag and drop features in the layout editor. Great. So we cannot write the code for the views, that is buttons, text field, text area. Just drag and drop, it can create the designing code automatically. Common Android design and components can be created by template based wizard. Then built-in support for Google Cloud Platform, enabling integration with Firebase Cloud Messaging and Google App Engine. Great. then lint tools to catch performance, usefulness, version compatibility and other problems. So we will see that tool in later sessions. So after that, what are the system requirements? We have already seen what are the system requirements for Windows. So download and install Android Studio. So first step, download it from your official website. After downloading, Android Studio ID.exe file is present in your download session. So this is the Android's ID. You can click on the Android Studio. It will appear the screen like this, welcome screen. Then you click on the next button. After clicking on the next button, what happens? Select the components that you want to install. You can choose the Android Studio and click on the next button. After that, browse the location where you want to install Android Studio and click on the next button. So this is the my preferred location. You can choose as per your machine. Then choose Android Studio and click on the create shortcut on the desktop and click on the install button. After successful completion of installation, click next. This requires some time to complete the setup installation. Then clicking on the next button, it gives you start Android Studio, completing Android Studio setup. So click on the finish button. After finishing, what happens? Android Studio welcome screen will be appear on the screen like this, Android Studio welcome screen. After welcoming screen, Android Studio setup configuration. So choose next button, and after choosing next button, select standard option. If you are the beginners, do not have an idea about Android Studio, then simply check standard button. Don't use customize option. Customize option is also available, but choose standard option as a beginner level, because Android Studio will be installed with the most common settings and options recommended for the most users. So click on the next. After clicking next, interface theme, user interface, that is IDE theme, mostly preferred a dark theme, that is Dracula, or you can choose the light theme also. So we can choose light or Dracula theme. After choosing that theme, we can click on the finish button and download all SDK components. So here all SDK components are listed, that is Android emulator, Android SDK build, Android SDK platform, Android SDK platform tool and others. So just click on the next button and finish it. So after finishing, downloading process is started and all components are downloading from the websites. After download is completing, click on the finish button. So it, after all these things, what happens? Android Studio has successfully installed on your computer or machine, and you can now start your Android projects. Great. This is all about installation process. We know all different softwares installation. Similarly, Android we have to install on our computer. Great. When you install your Android Studio on your machine, then the setup, then on your desktop it gives you Android Studio icon, or you can search Android Studio here, Android Studio. So Android Studio will get appear. In this, if you want to open the file location, just click open file location. So it gives you location where your Android Studio is installed. So in my PC, C program data, Microsoft Windows, start menu, programs, Android Studio is present. So it gives you location where your Android setup file, that is shortcut, is present. Great. So after installing, just write Android Studio, click on the Android Studio. Now it opens our Android Studio. It takes some time because setup is somewhat heavy. As per your machine's configuration, it requires some time. Great. So now our Android Studio is open. So wait for loading my project. Okay. Great. So here my application is there. If you want to create your new application, simply click on the file, new, inside new project. So it creates your new project. First, when you create the project template, choose the template. There is a phone and tablet. If you want to create app for phone and tablets, then choose this tab. Wear OS, then this tab. For TV, smart TV, automotive, that is smart cars, Android, other things, that is IoT, then you can choose this tab. So currently we want for phones and tablets, so choose phones and tablets and create empty activity and click on the next button. So after that you have to give some name to your project. Suppose I want to give my project name, that is my first app. This is my project name. Then automatically package name is configured. By default package name is example.com. But guys, what happens, you can change your package name. If you does not change, what happen, it gives you error whenever you can upload your signed APK on Play Store, Google's Play Store. At that time, if the package name is default package name, that is example.com, so it cannot upload APK on Google Play Store. So problem occurs while uploading your APK on Google Play Store. So previous that you have to change your package name as per your company name or your organization name. So here I have give the name to the package as a siddhi.tech.my first app. Then save location, you can save your location everywhere, anywhere. Then choose the language. By default first it is Kotlin, but now we are familiar with Java, so we have to choose Java as our development language. Then minimum SDK, choose which minimum SDK we want to run our app. So it is API 15, so it is ice cream sandwich. When you choose this ice cream sandwich, it is supported for maximum devices, that is 100% devices are work on the ice cream sandwich. If you choose KitKat, then it is approximately 98.1% of devices your app get executed or run. So that's why I preferred Android API 15, so it is supported for all 100% devices. Then click on finish button. When you finish, click on finish button, it will create my project, that is my first app, and that will be shown here, that is my first app. Okay, so this is the location where that my first app folder is created. Inside that there is a app, Gradle, these are different folders are present. Great guys, but what we have to do, mainly focus on XML activity main.xml and main activity. Main activity.java, we have to write our Java code here, and .xml, that is activity.main. What is that? This is the design view of our app. This is one activity. What is activity? It is a single screen. What is view? View is nothing but the similarly buttons, text views. Great. So these are most important files. We will see that files later on. Okay, while first time loading XML file, it takes some time. After that, in the File tab, there is a Setting menu. In Setting, if you want to change the appearance of your screen, Android Studio, so use Custom Theme. So you can change your theme. By default it is Darkula. I have choose at the time of setup. Then if you want to high contrast, you can choose high contrast, then apply. Okay, and apply. So it gives you look similar to this. So it is a high contrast, so its titles are visible clearly. If you don't want high contrast, just go settings and you can choose IntelliJ, apply, and okay. So it gives you this type of GUI theme. If you don't require that, it is Darkula you want, then setting and choose your regular Darkula theme. Just apply and okay. So this is most preferred theme used by all Java Android developers. So choose it. After that, for running your app, just run your app. It will run on the given AVD manager or Android virtual device. You have to create your own Android device. So how we can create your Android device, we will see later on. After that, there are number of options available in this menu. Just we will see some of them. That is AVD manager. Then AVD means Android virtual device manager. We can create our own virtual device, that is emulator for our Android app. So here is the Android virtual device. I have created Pixel 3 API for supported for API level 27. But if you want to create new virtual device, just click on the create virtual device, choose for which category: phone, TV, tablets, automotive, Wear OS. Just choose for phone, then choose which type of Pixel 3.2, Pixel XL, and just click on the next. It can create your Android virtual device for you. Great guys. So you have to create your own Android devices, virtual devices, to run your applications. Great. So after that, tools, SDK manager is there. SDK manager, which SDK supports, that is Android. I have support machine, that is Android 10.0Q, that is supported to my machine. I have installed that API and support to API level 29. Great. I hope you understand all these settings, basic settings of Android Studio. We will see all the menus and their work in detail in next chapter. So if you have any doubts or problems, let me know and write the query in comment box or chat window. Great. So when you click on the run button, automatically your emulator get started and your app is displayed. So basically in the screen only one text hello world is displayed. So when you run your app, it is automatically run on the Pixel 3 API level 27. It requires some time to open the emulator because its size is more. So now it is working, and my first app, that is just the text hello student or hello, is displayed on my emulator. So it requires some times scanning files, and progress must be there. Progress bar, there is showing progress bar. So wait for 1 or 2 minutes depending on your machine's configuration. Yes, so it takes time. Gradle build running. So Gradle, all the required files are configured and installed. it requires one moment to go. After successfully install completion finished. Okay, so now my app, that is my first app, get displayed with text hello world. Great. This is all about how to run your app on your emulator, that is Android virtual device. Great. So after that you can stop it. Great. Now this is all about your how to install Android, how to install JDK, and how to create your app using Android Studio. I hope you understand all the concept. Thank you for watching my